Hello, my name is Bob, and I'd like to welcome you back to Bynum Woodworks. Today, I'd like to talk about the Mr. Cool DIY mini split. I've watched a lot of reviews and a lot of how-to videos on the DIY version of the Mr. Cool mini split, and I said, hey, this has to be for me. So you'd think I'd be a happy camper. I'm really not, and I'm going to share with you why I'm not at this point in time. I went ahead and installed this just a little bit over a week and a half ago. I've got to get a final inspection, a mechanical inspection on the wood shop from my city that I live in. I went out of town over the weekend after installing it. I think I installed it on Thursday. I left Friday morning, came back, and went to turn it on, and I get an error message. So we'll turn this on, and right now it's going through its startup. I have it set for 74 degrees, and now I have a P4 error that has replaced my settings. Let me turn this off because it's not doing any good. I started reaching out for help, and I looked at the manual, and the manual had gone through what some of the error codes, and one of them was a P1 to P4. I went ahead and I looked online. Mr. Cool's got a support section on their Mr. Cool DIY website for the Mr. Cool products. One of them was troubleshooting a P4 error. So basically what it said to do is it said take the electrical panel off, put on a voltmeter, and for my particular model I have the 24K unit, and it says check the voltage between L1 and L2. So I went ahead and I did that with the voltmeter, and lo and behold, I was producing 245 volts, which is within range for this specific unit. The other thing it asked me to do is to make sure that the valves were open all the way. Well, they were, because it was working fine the day of and the day after I went ahead and I installed the unit. Come back just a few days later, and now I got the P4 error that was showing up on the monitor. Well, after doing those troubleshooting checks, it said, hey, if you've got your valves for your coolant, Freon, whatever it is, you got it open all the way, and you're getting the proper voltage at L1 and L2, to go ahead and contact tech support. Well, I did. That was just about a week ago. And after being on the phone for about 45 minutes, all of a sudden I get a recorded message. Go ahead and leave a callback number, a name, and an order number. I don't have the order number because I bought it through Home Depot. I've got my Home Depot number, but it's not the same as the Mr. Cool DIY. Well, I waited all week to get a return call back, and I did not get one. So I went ahead, I believe it was the day before yesterday, I got on the phone. I called again, left the same information, let them know I had a problem, let them know I just installed the unit, and I need it working so I could get the final inspection done. Again, left a good callback number for them. Well, didn't hear anything. Got towards the end of the day yesterday, so I went ahead and called customer service. This is mainly the sales service section. And I talked to a lady that was quite pleasant and said, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead and give me your information. Said, it's a little bit late today. They're going to be closing in about another hour. They will contact you tomorrow. Well, today we're now after into business, and I have yet to get a phone call back from Mr. Cool. Do I think it's a bad product? I don't know. From what I've seen, a lot of people love it, but after looking at the website, Mr. Cool's website, and looking at some of the reviews, it seemed like it was a typical problem putting in a phone number, leaving a phone number to support, and not getting a call back. One or two of the reviews I saw, or comments that I saw, that they've done this and it's been over a month and they still hadn't heard from Mr. Cool after leaving numerous callback complaints. So at any rate, can I recommend this? At this point in time, no, I can't. I do hope to hear from them in the next day or two, and we get everything figured out and everything's working, and I get it signed off by the city. Maybe I'll be able to do a follow-up or an actual review on this and tell you how happy I am as a Mr. Cool customer. Right now, not so much. By the way, if you've seen my last short video, I gave you a tour a few months back on the outside where it was at. The outside is 100% complete. It's nighttime, or I would go ahead, turn the video on it, and give you a outside tour. However, what I will do is move the camera around a little bit and show you where we're at. Basically, we've got the electrical signed off. The building final is signed off minus the mechanical. And we have a stairway to put inside, to put up over here on the right to get us up to the loft, finish the insulation, and finish up getting the drywall done. So just a real quick spin around. Over there is the electrical panel. Insulated garage door. Our Mr. Cool unit mini split. And over here where the ladder's at, that is where the stairs will go. What my intent is over here is the stairs will run up this direction right here, and that space underneath, I am thinking about putting the miter saw station. I would have definitely a lot of ceiling lift, and probably a good, since this is 20 foot from this corner to this corner, probably have a good 14, maybe 15 foot of clearance in there for the miter saw station. Ends my video for today. Thank you for joining us. If you would like you to hit the like button and subscribe if you think there might be any value with this station. Again, appreciate you. Have a super good day, and see you on the next episode.